I've been pastoring in Burlington since 1994, and I've had the opportunity of seeing God do some incredible things in our midst. In our desire to become a biblical, Great Commandment, Great Commission church, we've seen lives changed and we've grown. We grew from having one service to two, and then ultimately to 3 services. And during that same time, we planted 2 churches, one in the Waterdown community called Grindstone Valley Bible Church, and then another one here in the Burlington community called Tapestry. And then in 2004, God did a surprising and an amazing thing. He brought together Brant Bible Church and Park Bible Church into a ministry courtship that resulted in a merger. The result, Compass Point Bible Church was born, and we were thrust into a whole new paradigm of multi-site with 2 ministry campuses. God then brought in a church from Oakville called Grace Chapel, and God has merged us all together into one unified body. Both Brant Bible Church and Park Bible Church had a history of multiple services, and Compass Point has continued in that tradition. And so today we have a Saturday night congregation, and that service is designed to be somewhat more casual and informal. And then on Sunday mornings we have 2 worship congregations. We have one contemporary service at our Kearns campus, and then we have another more traditional service meeting at our Eaglesfield campus. In addition to that, during the summer months, we have a midweek worship service designed for those who vacation and who are away on weekends. These multiple worship services are an expression of our mission as a church. Compass Point Bible Church exists to love and honor God, to love and respect people, and to produce mature, multiplying disciples of Jesus Christ. This is an embodiment of the Great Commandment, which is to love God with all of our being and to love our neighbors ourselves, and an expression of the Great Commission, which is all about making disciples, more disciples, and better disciples. But the way discipleship is to be fleshed out is through reproduction and multiplication. We don't grow through a few super leaders, but we grow when everybody is doing their part. Multiplying disciples, multiplying servants, multiplying leaders, multiplying small groups, multiplying ministries, multiplying worship services, and yes, even multiplying congregations. So, when Ellis Avenue Bible Church from East Hamilton came to us and asked, could we partner together? This just made sense to us, because here was an opportunity for us who live in really one of Canada's most prosperous communities to help out those who live in one of Canada's neediest contexts. Now, ministry has been continuing on in the Crown Point community under the leadership of Michael Boyer, and we're making Michael Boyer our campus pastor for the continuance of ministries in the East Hamilton community. There, we're executing and initiating strategic, need-meeting ministries to touch the lives of this community.
The Crown Point area is expanded, and it's become quite large here in the east end of Hamilton, and now it's a hub for how we're caring in east end Hamilton. But for Ellis campus itself, our parish area, the area of residents that we're trying to meet with and relate and care for directly is Cannon Street, Ottawa, Kenilworth, and Barton. And in that area we have 1,100 homes that we're trying to reach out and care for directly. 27% of the population lives on less than $10,000 a year. And you can imagine living in Southern Ontario in 2009, trying to live on that kind of money with government assistance, care for your children. We're talking mainly about single moms that live here, care for their children, and or grandmothers that are caring for their children's children. And we are working mainly to reach those families. Some of the great partnerships that we've made here in Crown Point are with the Boys and Girls Club across the street, Queen Mary School, through the Hamilton Wentworth District School Board. And we work with the library system, and we are one of the churches in the neighborhood that has become a safe place to go in times of need. To care for the families, we're involved mainly at Queen Mary with the nutritional programs and the food programs, and we run our RAY program there, Reduce Anger Yourself. And then we run with the Boys and Girls Club programs for after-school needs, the care for the family from ages 3 on up, to give them the needs, basic needs of food and shelter and social concern, and raise those with the city so we can provide for their needs and to care. Because what we're mainly interested in at the Ellis campus is to reach people and to reach families with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
There are significant ministry needs in East Hamilton, but with those ministry needs comes the opportunity to show the love of Christ and to bring hope and transformation to a whole community. We want to take the message of Christ and live out the gospel of Jesus Christ and offer hope and transformation. And we can do that not just from Burlington, but by going back into the community to help reestablish a Great Commission church, complete with worship gatherings, discipleship initiatives, and strategic need-meeting ministries in the community. Right now, Michael Boyer is building a team, gathering together workers from the Compass Point congregations. And he's looking for children's workers, youth workers, small group leaders, musicians, people who have a heart to serve, who are willing to roll up their sleeves and dive into the Crown Point community in East Hamilton and be a part of building this new core. We need you. We need you to ask God if He might have you involved in this ministry in some way. Some of you live in the Hamilton community, and I'm hoping that you'll consider being a part of this Compass Point campus. Some of you live in the Burlington community, and you need to give thought to getting involved in this ministry, even for a season, even if it's just for a 3-month period. And some of you may want to consider selling your homes and actually moving into this community to help rebuild, reshape, and restore this community. Our goal is to gather a core group of 100 people and launch our worship gathering this fall. And I want to invite you to pray. Would you ask God to see if there might be some way that He would have you to be involved in any way possible? If you have questions, come speak to me or speak to Michael Boyer. We're praying that God might do an extraordinary thing in and through us as a congregation, as together we're guided by faith and inspired to serve.